So I don't know how true it is because like, things on the internet just be so crazy. So I'm sitting here looking at I look at YouTube and all that stuff, and so that's why I say um, know who you know who you lay up with. Know who you lay up with, because I don't care if you're famous. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care about none of that. But my thing is, watch who you lay with. This girl right here. That's what I just seen this on here. I don't know how true it is. Just say allegedly, but I mean I see them talking. But I'm gonna share the video with you. That's why you got to know exactly who you with at all times. Everything look good ain't good. I'm just gonna say it like that. Everything look good ain't good. So that's why I'm big on what change your mindset. Change your mindset. Don't let Frank think for you. Because if you let Frank think for you, then what? Who business is that? Yours. And my thing is this. I mean, like even though she, I don't know what the whole situation. I don't know the whole situation because I don't be in nobody's business. But I watch YouTube and just get updates on different things. But Sexy Red, I don't even know who she is or what she's saying. I think my sister them listen to her or rap or whatever she do. I don't care.
Leave me alone. Welcome to the channel. Before we dive into this wild scandal, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Now let's get into it. Because Sexy Red just dropped a jaw-dropping confession that's got the whole rap scene shook. She's finally revealed a full list of rappers she's been with while allegedly carrying serious STDs, and it's got fans freaking out. Word is, these rappers were getting way more than just a good time. They were also walking away with something way less glamorous. What's even crazier, some of the very same rappers she named have been out here clowning her in public, like they weren't the ones sneaking around with her in the first place. This drama isn't new either. Booster bad, Sexy Red, bad ass. Don't play, don't you game. I'm playing with some party.
And I'm just gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100 because I this is a 100 platform. So a man I guess look at her boobs. I don't say it like that. Look at her boobs and I guess that camel toe down there or whatever. And so when they look at that, then they automatically let Frank think for them. They don't use their brain. They let Frank think for them. Okay, so just let's get into it.
We turn it all the way.
Remember, Paulin? Now college is over. That's the party,
This is getting the party. Get your CB, get up here. CB's out. The internet had already been buzzing about Sexy Red's reputation, especially after a bold claim from a known figure in the industry, Gucci Third Leg, who came forward admitting he hooked up with her. But here's where it really gets wild.
I'm about to Google
He
that because I
revealed
don't
he
even know who
tested
Gucci
positive
is.
for advanced HSV2, not just the milder HSV1. That's when everything exploded online. Folks had already been throwing shade at Sexy, calling her a
I
walking
knew it was
disease.
gonna do that.
And this latest reveal just turned the heat all the way up.
Sexy Red say she like the raw dog. I bet it was plenty nappy head niggas, uncles and
Oh, there it
everything.
is.
Raw dog and that little old. Them hoes ain't looking at no how. Let the word get out, nigga. Good. Girl, you pussy good. Now they want that bell head. Now they want that bell head. They don't care nothing about no bald head.
She even had to jump online and clap back, trying to clear her name as the internet roasted her for allegedly spreading infections. This whole situation, straight chaos. Things went from messy to straight up explosive when one of Gucci's close associates decided to air it all out online. This person dropped a full list of women that Gucci Third Leg supposedly slept with after he found out he was HSV2 positive. And guess who popped up on that list? Yep, Sexy Red was right there, side by side with OnlyFans creators and some high-profile Instagram models. People weren't surprised, though. Whispers had already been swirling that something wasn't right down there. And this list just confirmed what many had been suspecting. According to the Post, Gucci had either hooked up with, filmed content with, or both. Over 50 different women just this year, all while allegedly carrying HSV2. That's not just messy. That's reckless. Now, the rumors that he was the one who passed it on to Sexy, they hit so hard that she had no choice but to speak up. But instead of putting the rumors to bed, her response had folks more divided than ever.
My son said we have the Boosie bags. I need all the big sexy. I'm coming to see all the bags. I love Sabrina. See, I know Boosie can break up.
Why? Because while she was quick to deny ever being with Gucci, she stayed completely silent about the whole STD situation. That move had people scratching their heads. Like, if you didn't catch anything and have nothing to hide, why not just say it outright? Instead, she danced around it. And now the internet's convinced there's way more to this story than she's letting on. Just when you thought things couldn't get any wilder, Sexy Red's own baby daddy jumped into the chaos and made some serious accusations. He went on social media and claimed that she intentionally gave him herpes, and that sent the internet into a frenzy. He took to his Instagram stories and didn't hold back. Although he admitted he wasn't present when she allegedly passed anything around, he still had plenty to say. He posted, "Y'all favorite rapper? She said she burning. Everybody getting burned. You got to be strong for that NF side. That's not for the weak, and I'm the weak. Remember you said that." This added even more heat to a scandal that was already spiraling. Folks had already been whispering about Sexy carrying these infections for a while. And truth be told, she kind of fed the fire herself. Some think she knew what people were saying and just leaned into it, almost like she was giving a quiet warning to guys who still came her way. But then came Charleston White, and he didn't mince words. He straight up called her a polluted woman with sexually transmitted diseases and accused her of being a male fluid dump. His words hit hard, especially with the timing, right before Sexy started naming the rapper she'd allegedly been with behind the scenes. Even though it's still unclear whether Charleston White ever actually hooked up with Sexy Red, he's been running his mouth like he knows everything about what's going on down there. He's convinced she's out here spreading herpes to people who don't even see it coming, and he's not the only one throwing shade. Things got even messier when Sexy posted a video of herself in a hospital bed to her Instagram stories, adding a cryptic caption, "Me at the doctor waiting on her to tell me why my key stank." That strange message had people scratching their heads and opened the floodgates for more people to speak out. Chicago rapper Von Off
So I guess
1700
that's who Gucci
wasted
Man
no
is.
time
Him.
and straight up blasted her on Facebook.
I guess that's
He
who it is.
accused her of giving him an
Gucci
STD
Mane
too,
is it.
saying,
Gucci
"I
Mane.
just got out the
I never
shower,
seen
my
him
D
before.
still stank." What is that?
Sexy Red. Uh, little old thing number. But
Hey,
it ain't got nothing to do with us being contaminated.
no.
He made it clear that something wasn't right after sleeping with her. Even after scrubbing down, the smell wouldn't go away.
Oh, not my
That's not just
screen.
uncomfortable. That's embarrassing.
I don't want to turn my
And just a few
screen.
days ago, Vaughn circled back again with an update, saying loud and clear, "I had messed with Sexy that night."
Do I know what's going on with you? Do you tell him you burned, or do you lie to him like you did me? Was you lying to you did me? You lying? Or did you lie to me? Did you lie to tell him the truth? Was you telling the truth?
He's standing by his claim, and the internet is eating it up. But what's even more telling, Sexy herself once admitted that she caught STDs from one of her exes who was allegedly sleeping around with other women unprotected. So now people are wondering, was she a victim? Or did she end up dragging others into the mess too? Sexy Red just dropped a brand new track called Hoochie Coochie and made sure it came with extra meth. Instead of keeping things cute, she decided to air out some very explicit DMs from a few of your favorite rappers.
Every time I see you, with y'all think I'm man. Hey, can I just chill? Can I hang out? God, I'm a grown gangster superhero. Leave me alone.
And when I say these messages are wild, whoo, the responses to the song were already intense, but once people started hearing what these rappers have been saying behind closed doors, all hell broke loose. Sexy didn't spill every message, but the few she shared were enough to break the internet. Let's just say these grown men are out here moving reckless in her inbox. One rapper slid in talking about, "You got the best Parsi." Another got extra and said, "I want to put this stack of art in your heart." Like, what does that even mean? That sounds like somebody's about to catch a case. And it gets worse. One message said, "You stuck with me. You can't cut me off." Another read, "Come sit on my face. I love eating." And it didn't stop there. One even said, "I miss you, 304.
Hey y'all, this is Dr. Tasha, and I'm back with Dr. Tasha After Dark.
This episode is truly a cliffhanger because we are so traumatized in our community by so many different stigmas. And the only thing that's going to fix that is real information that you can truly understand. I'm going in today on herpes, genital herpes. I'm going in, grab a pen, grab a glass of wine, and be ready because I'm about to tell some truths that a lot of people have.
Okay, so that is the so I really want you to, so when I said that I was gonna hold on, let me pause it real quick. So when I told you that I was gonna give you some kind of every time that I see something or something like that, and I was gonna give you some kind of resource on certain things, well, that this is Dr. Tasha Rogers. I'm just gonna give you a little bit. I'm gonna fast forward it a little bit, but this is the resource that I'm giving you. Kind of listen to her. If you need to, on that type of situation, okay? Because I don't know. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit.
Sex. It wasn't hurting before, it was just hurting. This week, it just hurts. That can be a herpes outbreak. So it can vary. This is why sometimes it's difficult to isolate, whether you have it. Some people will come in and say, I just keep getting a herpes outbreak. I mean, I just keep getting an ingrown hair in this one spot every time. And I'll be like, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a herpes outbreak. Okay. But not always. That's why we check. Not always. Okay. You're going to see herpes outbreaks not all the time. If you have a normal functioning immune system and you're generally a healthy person, you're going to seldom see outbreaks. Even if somebody's.
Did I do it over?
Hey, y'all, this is Dr. Tasha, and I'm back. Come here, sis.
Great news, Spectrum Internet customers. Now you can try Spectrum Mobile risk-free for a full year at no cost to you. Bring your own device.
Give me this $20. As best you can assume allows for something different. Do the vaccine, live a healthier life, make sure you're taking supplements, and please, and when I say supplements, I mean regular multivitamins. Again, guys, please stop getting taken in by these different companies and these different scammers. There is no supplement that is going to prevent HPV. There is no supplement. There's nothing you're going to buy off of anybody's shop, TikTok shop, Instagram, Facebook. There is nothing out there. It is clean living. It is healthy living, and the vaccine may help some as well. Okay. So please don't get taken in by any quick gimmicks or, oh, this is going to fix the problem, or this herb is going to prevent HPV. No, that herb may stimulate your immune system and may help with your immune system, may help with your immunity, and that may help in turn with the HPV, but there is nothing out there that is going to, per se, get rid of the HPV. Now, I do want to be clear that all HPV does not proceed to cancer. Only 3% of the time it does. But if you do have HPV, especially one of the higher risk HPVs, and we'll talk about what that means, then we still got to do surveillance. So the highest risk HPV is 16 and 18. Okay. 45 is also up there. 16, 18, and 45, them girls. Them are the girls. Now, let's say your pap smear is still normal. You got a normal pap smear, but you got HPV 16, 18, and 45, you actually have to go for a colposcopy. And let me explain the difference. Did you realize that a pap smear is only a screening test? It's a screening test. It is not the actual test. The pap smear says, hey, let's screen this person to see if we see any abnormal cells that could lead us to think that maybe, just maybe, this person is at risk for cervical cancer. If your screening comes back normal, it comes back normal. But if your screening comes back normal and you got HPV 16, 18, or 45, we're going to do the test. The actual test is called a colposcopy. And that's when we bring you in, we put some solutions on your cervix to say, what did this screening see? What's happening here? And your cervix will sometimes react in a particular way. And then we'll biopsy. Little biopsies the size of an ink pen tip, nothing major, but it'll be a little biopsy.
Okay, that's Dr. Tasha Rogers. If you want to know more about that, I can't tell you nothing about that. I don't have herpes. I don't have herpes. It sounds kind of weird. So that's why I say I can give you resources on that. I don't mm, um, I don't know. It sounds weird, but I guess it is what it is. But y'all watch who y'all lay down with. Watch who you lay down with. That's all I can tell you. That's it. That's all. Just watch. Only thing I can be. Watch who you lay down with, because you never know who you're laying down with. I mean, I don't care because they rap. Oh, you a rapper. Oh, you a rapper. I want to hit. They hitting time. That's why I'm big on mind changing, mindsetting, changing mindset. You got me stuttering Stanley right now, but for real, watch who you lay down with, because herpes. I guess I haven't really read up on it, but I know that it's real. I know it's real, and then you never know. Like she said, I actually watched a video where that men wouldn't even know something when you have an outbreak or something. It's on the inside of the penis. It's on the inside of the penis, and then the women it's on the inside or something. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't did no research on that. So that's the resource if you need that. Okay, because I ain't did no research on that. Okay, I want to change this because I'm so tired of this lag. Okay, we're gonna change today. Okay, so I ain't did no research on that, but we can do our affirmations. Okay, but if you need that resource, I gave you the resource. That's Dr. Tasha Rogers. So just listen to the video and stuff like that, because we need more of getting in tune with your body, getting in tune with self, and understanding what self needs. Okay. Oh, she a rapper. She fine. And well, she out here now. Like, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. And she want to just give it up. Give it up. Uh, understand what you're doing. Understand what you're doing. I don't know if she got it or not. I don't know. I don't care. I really don't care, because I don't care. Spirit, what message you have for me? First chord came out is I'm in a good place right now. Spirit wants you to know that you are in a good place, and you want to have in your mindset. You want to store that in your mindset, that I am in a good place right now, regardless of anything that's going on in your life. You want to know that you want to keep yourself in good standings. You know what I'm saying? So tell yourself that I'm in a good place right now, even if you're going through whatever situation you're going through. Just say that I am in a good place right now. Only the Lord can bring me out of whatever I'm in. Just keep in mind that you got to have a positive mindset. You can't worry about the situation. I mean, the problem. God is the solution. God is the solution. So if you worry about the problem, then you're gonna be depressed. Okay, that's where anxiety starts kicking in. So you don't want all that. Spirit, what other message you got? I feel fulfilled in my relationship. So, and I was just writing. I just wrote in one of these chords. I just let me open it up. I just wrote in one of these chords. I feel fulfilled in my relationship. I really do feel fulfilled in my relationship. And my relationship is the best relationship that I ever had in my life. It's the best relationship that I ever had in my life, and that's the Most High God. And I just wrote in this chord. I mean, I just wrote inside of here. It's the other one, and it says, I know it's on a blue chord. I just wrote on. It's in the other. It's in the other deck, but we're gonna do that deck next. But it says I just wrote up an owner when I was still watching that video. It's time to have a one-on-one relationship with God. So the card that came out in this deck says I feel fulfilled in my relationship, and I feel fulfilled in my relationship with God. Okay, so therefore that's my relationship. That's the best relationship I ever had in my life. Okay, so I want you to change your mindset to that and get. It's time to get in that one-on-one relationship with Him. Spirit weather message out for me. I feel motivated, but I'm also exhausted. A lot of people can be you can be motivated and exhausted at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? So just know I attract success and abundance in my into my life. So success is something you creating with your hands, and you want to keep creating. You want to keep creating because it's going to keep you in the mindset of not getting in trouble, not doing this and not doing that. So keep success in your head. Always change your mindset to, you know what? I do want more out of life. So if you keep success in your mindset, then you know that I want to change my whole entire world around. Okay, spirit was just believe that you can do it. You can do it if you just believe in yourself. Because if let me tell you something, if you start believing in yourself more, then won't nobody can't nobody tell you nothing about you, right? If you start believing in yourself, you gotta believe. You gotta believe that whatever I'm doing, if I pray, I put these scriptures with and I think I still have my little scripture thing up there. But if I put these scriptures to with my life, then God gonna answer them. Because I just feel that like when we pray, you don't even have to say the whole scripture out. You can say Psalms 34, 34:14. You can say this, God, I'm going by Psalms 34:14. I'm going by Psalms and I need help in that area of my life. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, I'm gonna show you my little chart also. Spirit was a message out for me. Spirit say, hold on, hold on, hold on. And I'm gonna change this hold on to self. Value yourself. When you start valuing yourself, you can tell yourself, you know what, I'm gonna hold on to me. I'm gonna hold on to me because I'm worthy. I'm worthy enough for me to love myself. You have to give yourself. You got to give yourself a chance. You got to give yourself a chance because if once you start giving yourself a chance, then you'll allow yourself to be open up to more experiences in your life, great experiences. Spirit, what up, Melissa? I am in control of my thoughts, feelings, and actions. It's up to you. It's up to you. If you hold on to yourself, you hold on to yourself. Don't let self go. Because once you start letting self go, you be careless. Once you start letting yourself go, you be careless. You not understanding that you need more. You need more. You need to do more. And a lot of people think that, okay, I'm doing this. I got a job. I got a job, so I don't have to do that much. I'm good. It's plenty more that you can do. It's plenty more that you can do. You have to decide, should I do this for myself? And especially if you have a family, you have kids and you in a relationship with your baby mama, wife, or whatever it is, you should want to change your mindset to, I want more out of life because I want to be able to leave a legacy. I want to be able to leave inheritance for my children. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna be in your child's life forever. forever if you're still on this earthly land. Understanding if you own this earthly land, you won't be in a life forever. But if you own this earthly land, then I expect you to be in a child's life, and want to leave a legacy for yourself and for your kids. And for you can say, for my kids to be like, my daddy, woo, my daddy, or my mama. So you have to want to leave a legacy for yourself. Spirit welcome message. And I'm gonna use this back again. So I'm gonna put these two together. Because you are in control of your thoughts, feelings, and actions, right? So the card that came out was bounce back from setbacks. So you already know that bounce back from setbacks. Oh, I'm supposed to bounce back from a setback. I'm supposed to come up in this world. Ooh, no, 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 no. No. I don't want you to bounce back from a setback of, ooh, I'm supposed to get a lot of money. Ooh, I'm supposed to do this. No, bounce back from negative thoughts because you in control of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. I want you to bounce back on those type things, right? So if you know that you've been in negative thoughts or your actions has not been aligning with what you thinking, right? That's what I want you to bounce back on. I don't want you to bounce back on, oh, I'm supposed to get this job, man. It's paying $100,000 a year. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to do that. I actually want you to bounce back because bounce back of your mindset. Bring your mindset back into reality. Bring your mindset back into this real world. Okay? Bring your leave negative Nancy out of your mindset. Because if you keep negative Nancy in your mindset, you know what you're gonna do? You're not gonna bounce back. How can you bounce back your mindset? How can you bounce back how the way that you think in life if you study with negative Nancy? Negative Nancy don't owe you nothing but to hurt your feelings. Negative Nancy don't owe you nothing but to hurt your feelings. Spirit welcome message. And you deserve respect and loyalty. You deserve respect and loyalty. And once you start understanding I deserve respect and loyalty, you know what? See how you saying? See how you was just thinking about, oh, when somebody come in my life, they better respect me. They better be loyal. No, no, we ain't using it like that. We're not using it like that. You know how we're using this? Respect yourself. When you start respecting yourself, it'll change who you are as a individual, and you have to be loyal. You have to be loyal to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Because you in a relationship with yourself. Because when you're fighting against yourself, these are your thoughts, feelings, and actions. You understand that? These are your feelings, thoughts, and actions. When you actually knowing that I'm fighting something, but I don't know. That's that demon that's talking to you. That's your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. So you deserve to respect yourself. You deserve to be loyal to yourself, to change your mindset. Okay? Spirit with other message. So you have to trust in your abilities. You have to trust in your abilities. You have to trust in your abilities to overcome challenges and grow stronger because you want to align your 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 challenges. Your challenges is your mindset, right? Because they have you thinking in a different way. These are your challenges. This is what I'm doing for you today. This is your challenges. Your challenges is your mindset, your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. So you have to overcome thinking negative. You have to overcome, and it makes you grow stronger. You'll grow stronger in whatever you're doing and whatever you want to create in your life. So understand, trust in your abilities to overcome challenges and grow stronger. And you open to new experiences and embrace change. Change that mindset. Change that mindset. That's what we on today. We changing mindsets. We're not doing nothing else but changing mindsets. That's all we're doing today. Change your mindsets. You want to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with who you truly are. Who you truly are. And that's why I say do positive affirmations to yourself. When you start doing that, your life will change. Your life will change. And people be like, just saying something, that ain't gonna make my life. Yes, it is. Because you start thinking more of yourself. And you start, no. Take that back. Take that back. Take that back. Take that back. When you start being in control of your thoughts, feelings, and actions, you'll start respecting yourself. You'll start respecting yourself. You listen, you'll feel motivated, but also exhausted because you never got a chance to respect yourself. You never got a chance to be loyal to yourself. Just gotta believe. See what other message you have for me. So you want to feel joy today. You want to be filled with joy today. Joy that you know that I'm about to do something good today. I'm about to do something good today. You know what you got to do? Not pick up that liquor bottle, not pick up that drug. Pick up this mindset. Change it today. No, you spit on the table. Spirit, what other message I have? You have for me? We ain't gonna talk about that right now. That's future partner. We ain't gonna talk about that right now because that'll happen once you start changing your mindset. We're gonna talk about that right now. Spirit, what other message you have for me? Wow. So I'm enjoying the little things in my life. The little things in your life is for you to be motivated, for you to be motivated and knowing that you are in the right place. To be motivated, knowing that you're in the right place. Because you need to change. You need to change. You in the right place if you're here on this platform. Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you one thing and two things for certain. If you're here, you in the right place. So say I'm enjoying the little things in my life. So if you here, you know that you in the right place right now. So you want to say, you know what? If I'm in the right place, then what right place am I in? Am I on earth? Am I on what? No, you need to be in a place with yourself. You need to be in a place with yourself with control of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Because once you thinking something, your actions should line up with your feelings and your thoughts. Your actions should line up with your feelings and thoughts. Because if you're thinking, let me tell you something. We're gonna go back to this. If you thinking that Frank needs something, that's a feeling. Listen, if you already thinking that Frank needs something, that's a feeling. So your action's gonna be go get it. So the same way that you say that I'm going to go, I'm letting Frank think for me. I'm letting Frank think for me. Think in your mindset that I'm supposed to change my mindset. I want better. I want to be the best version of myself. So when you start thinking this, you'll start feeling good. And that's your actions. Once you start working towards that goal. Okay? I put these cards in the wrong spot. So you have to understand what you it's right here. So what other message you have for me? Oh, I can't even finish. Don't want that one to go. Spirit, what other message you have for me? And I just didn't want this one to come out. Yeah, I do. So you are a vessel of God's love and grace. So that's what I was going to talk about. Grace teaches us quality of the first lesson of grace is available to all people regardless of their background, past, and Titus 2:11. I don't even know what the scripture is. We're gonna see what it is. I don't know. I ain't gonna even sit here and lie like, oh, I know that scripture. I don't. 2:11. It is stated that the grace of God appears to all men. This emphasizes that God's love and grace are not limited by race, social status, age, and social status. Oh, I just said the same thing I just said. Teaches them to live godly lives in the present, while looking forward to the future appearing of Jesus Christ. So that's what 2:11 is. Okay, so you just got to know that God's grace, He give it to anybody, regardless of age, gender, race, all that. So you just gotta know. Okay, just know these things. Okay, do some research. Do you do research? No, you don't do no research. You don't do no research because you be on here all the time. God is changing your story. Once you start figuring out that God can change your story in 24 hours. God can change your story in a minute. You understand what I'm saying? So always remember, just keep your faith in the Most High God. Keep your faith in the Most High God. But as you keeping your faith in the Most High God, you have to be control of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Spirit what message? You have to be proud of the accomplishments. Even if you started today, that started saying, I'm supposed to work on myself. You have to be proud of those compliments. I mean the accomplishments. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. So when I said bounce back, you have to you I well just say the chorus says, I'm learning to forgive myself. Forgive yourself. And because you are in control of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Forgive yourself and ask God for forgiveness, and then say, okay, well, you know what? I am a vessel of God's love and grace. Then if he's a forgiving God, then let me ask him for forgiveness. Okay? Spirit, what other message? I choose to see wait I choose to see the goodness in myself and others as God sees us. So you have to see first you got to see the goodness in yourself, because you can look around and say, oh, you know what, I see the goodness in everybody else, but where am I? Where am I? You don't want to lose yourself, because if you lose yourself, then what? You're not in control of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. You're welcome, message. You are a winner. You are a winner. Everybody on this earthly land is a winner. Everybody on this earthly land is a winner. You have to believe in yourself. That's why the chorus say, just believe. You have to respect yourself. You have to be loyal to yourself. You have to be loyal to yourself. Okay? Spirit, what other message? Mm, mm. Like myself, I'm learning more about myself every day. And that's what keep my mindset sane, not insane, and keep my mindset sane, because I'm learning about myself each day. You want to learn something new about yourself, because People think that they know themselves, but you really don't. Cause sometimes you don't really know yourself. When you don't know yourself, that means you're not respecting yourself. To you give yourself a chance to even know who you are. People don't understand that you listen. People don't understand that you can lose yourself and say, you know what, I don't even know who I am anymore. I don't know who I am anymore. But it's up to you to say, you know what, I'm supposed to put an end to this. I'm supposed to put an end to this drama with myself. Because you can be in drama by yourself. Because when you're fighting yourself, you can have drama with yourself. So you got to give yourself a chance to. You got to give yourself a chance to say, you know what, I'm supposed to respect myself. I'm just be loyal to myself. I want this relationship with myself. If you start understanding that you have to have a relationship with yourself first before you can even love somebody, you have to have a relationship with yourself. If you don't want a relationship with yourself, then who else don't want a relationship with you? Nobody. They're gonna look at you crazy like, who are you? Are you what are you? An alien or something? Because I'm not understanding who you are. Spirit, what message you have at this deck for us? You got to live with an open heart and an open mind. When you start living with an open heart, you'll start understanding that, oh, I just love myself. I look at myself, I look at myself every day, and I'm starting to love myself. When you start having an open mind, you can take control of your whole life. You can take control of your whole life, and it give you an opportunity to start being curious on learning different things about yourself, learning different things that goes on in the life. How can I apply my life to be how can I apply my life to be better than yesterday? hmm Your inner your intuition is your inner guidance. Yeah, because once you start thinking something, and well, just say it like this: your intuition. My intuition comes from my spirit. If something sits on my spirit and it's not right, it's not right. If it's something about myself and I say, oh, this is not right. So you have to use your intuition. You have to use your intuition and say, you know what? I might be going down the wrong path. I might be going down the wrong path, or I might be doing this and I might be doing that. You have to give yourself you have to allow yourself to think more. Not overthink, but think before your actions ruin your whole entire life. Okay. And I'm not saying bad things about ruining your whole entire life. Ruining your whole entire life meaning not believing in yourself. Not believing in yourself. Because you can ruin your life without with saying, you know what, I'm a failure. I'm this, I'm that. You can ruin your whole entire life. You have to believe in yourself. Spirit, what other message? You are a keeper of your family stories. I'm a keeper. You got to know that. You got to want to know that. I'm a keeper of my family stories because my family has a lot of stories. My family has a lot of stories, but I'm a keeper of the family stories. Wanna know why I'm a keeper? Because I'm breaking generational curses. I'm breaking generational curses. I'm doing different things to benefit the family. You understand what I'm saying? I'm doing different things to benefit the family to let family know that, listen, especially the man in my family, you don't have to just oochie coochie la 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 all the time. You don't have to oochie coochie la 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 all the time. Cause I just know that the man's, like they get in a marriage. Listen, they get in a marriage, they be like, and I'm gonna say it just like how they say it. I don't want to say it like that, but I'm gonna say it. Damn, she thick. I heard that. Damn, she thick. Little mama, what's your name? And there you go. With that look mama type attitude. That look mama, you don't know what look mama carrying. You don't know what little mama intentions is to come into your world. Damn, she thick. Little mama. You're letting Frank think for you. Man, if I can just this how the man think in my family. Man, if I can just hit that man, I'll be good. I bet you I get them pennies. That's not respecting yourself. That's not respecting yourself. That means you let anything enter into your life. You don't respect yourself more than enough to know that everything, every woman is not for you. Every woman is not for you. You have to start understanding that, putting that in your mindset. Every woman is not for you just because she think. Every woman is not for you. If you sit and think about, let me wait on this right person to enter into my life. Let me start loving on myself first. Let me start thinking in a different mindset. Damn, she thinks she got some big old titties too, my nigga. Woo! That's what they say. That's what they say. And whatever you're thinking, whatever you already thinking when you damn, she thick. That's what you're thinking in your mind, that she thick. Now you want Frank to hit that. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want Frank to hit that. Because you want Frank to feel good. But you're not caring about this lady feelings. You're not caring about this lady feelings. You just want to lay up for one night. Man, I might have to pay for that ass. Change your mindset. For real. I done heard it all. When you have been around people, especially ghetto ass men, I done heard it all. Man, I might have to put a little change on that pussy. Oh, that's what they say. I ain't gonna lie. My bad. If don't block me. But that's what they say. I'm just telling you exactly how men think in my family. Man, yeah. Then they look at then some of the men look at the damn cousin. Like, damn. She is kind of getting thick. Is what you call it grown? Yeah, she grown. And you be in her inbox, and then all of a sudden, what you doing? Having sex with your cousin. Oh Lord. Change your mindset. For real. That's for real. That's for real. Like, you let Frank think for you. When you want to change your whole entire life around, you wouldn't let Frank think for you. You would think on your own. And if you think on your own, then it'll control Frank. Your energy affects those around you. Yes, yes. That's just like how the man do in this family. If that's how the man do in this family. So if your energy affect those around you, therefore, if they see that you done hit cousin T, if you hit cousin T, they're gonna hit cousin T. Because they know cousin T easy. Cousin T easy. Let me go ahead and hit that too. So then cousin T is getting tossed up by her own family. Lord. Your thoughts are powerful. Use them to uplift yourself. Woo! Your thoughts are powerful. Use them to uplift yourself and know what you want out of life and not what Frank want out of life, because Frank can think for you and think for you in the wrong direction. Let you think for yourself. Change your mindset. Spirit was message. When you start understanding that you want to leave a legacy, a great legacy that's gonna apply to your life, you're gonna start saying, you know what, I'm a light worker of this world. I'm a light worker of this world. Let me shine my light. For I can be an example. For I can be an example for the next generation. So if this generation like my generation. If my generation just want to hit and let Frank think for them, then what? You're not a light worker. You showing the next generation just exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna do exactly what they see you doing. So if they know in their mind, then shit, I see my uncle all the time. He got a lot of H, H's. He got a lot of H's. I'm gonna be just like him. I'm gonna have me a whole lot of H's. And it's disrespectful to call women hoes. It's disrespectful to call a woman a hoe. It's disrespectful for a man to call a woman a bitch. Oh, that's my bitch. Can't mess with her. That's my bitch. That's disrespectful. Have some training thoughts in your mind that's running through your mind. No, no, no. No. Me and her got a little closer. That's my bitch. What respect do you have for yourself? You don't have respect for yourself because you're calling somebody else's names. You don't have respect for yourself. You got the story. You got the story knowing that I'm supposed to change my whole world around. It's words. It's words that you get to a person by just saying words. You can change their whole entire world around by just using words that's not appropriate for a young lady. Okay. I trust that you are always exactly where you need to be. When you start actually want to fix yourself, when you actually want to start fixing yourself, then you'll start getting to a place where I need to be. I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm exactly where I need to be, but I can do more. First step is acknowledging. First step is acknowledging. Why am I steady going through the same cycle? Because you don't want to change self. It comes from self, okay? Spirit, whatever. Call it. So when I say you want to leave a legacy, when I say you want to leave a legacy, be the light you wish to see in this world. Be the light that you want to see in this world. Bring yourself out of that dark place and be the light that you want to see in this world, because you want, even if you have kids, you want to say, you know what? I want my kids to be set up like me. I don't want my kids to go down the wrong path like me. If you know that you're going the wrong path, then whatever they see their parents do, that's why I tell people all the time that when you have a child, that it comes from the household. Because when you broken, that child gonna be broken. When a child see you walking out, like I told that young lady, when a child see you walking out the house like a H, and I use that word, when you act like it, or when you portraying to be one that look like a whore. If your child see you doing the same thing that you need to put positive you need to put your child in a positive environment, okay? Because if you walk out that house like a whore and you got a daughter, when she started growing up, when she turned 18 and she started dressing like that, you be mad. But you the one that started it. You started her dressing like a whore. So you gotta understand what you're doing, baby. So be the light you wish to see in this world. Your mindset can lift you up or weight you down. Choose wisely, because it's a choice. It's a choice. Either you want to change your mindset or you don't want to change it. It's a choice. It's a choice. You have the power to change. Ooh, come on, cards. Come on, cards. Come on. You have the power to change your life. If you don't want to change your life, who gonna change it for you? Your mama. Your mama. Your daddy. If you a grown individual on this world, on this earthly land, and you have your own place, or even if you don't have your own place, and you give your mom and them some bill money or whatever, however it is, if you a grown individual, you have the power to change your life. Like that young girl, she has the power to change her outfit. because she already putting out there she already portraying that, okay, well, if I dress like this, I can get fucked good. That's how it looks. That's exactly how it looks. Well, I know a man gonna talk to me because I'm supposed to get fucked tonight. That's what it looks like. If you're putting out that energy, do you know you're gonna get the same? You're gonna attract the same energy. So when you walking out with your tail all out, don't you know a man Frank gonna think for them? Man, Frank gonna think for the man to say, "What you doing tonight, little mama?" She gonna say, "Nothing. Can I come over?" Yeah. And guess what y'all gonna do? Screw. He might not even call you again because you're a whore. That was just at that moment. So you gotta watch what you're doing. Spirit, what other message out for me? Embrace your inner warrior. And when I say when I say your inner warrior today, when I say this, embrace your inner warrior, have war with yourself. Have war with yourself. When I say it in not a bad way, have war with yourself to be in deep thought. Think about, you know what, I want to change this about me. I want to do this. Have deep thought today. Meditate on some things that you want to change in your life and make your life great. It might not life ain't it might not be great, but make it great. Make it look like it's great. Not just look like it's great, but you actually have to walk into the greatness. Okay? You have to walk into it. It just don't come easy. Spirit, what other message? Mm. Mm. See my little cord? Yeah, it's a big old cord with a little message on it. It's okay. But the message means something. And it's just for you because you always watching. Let me tell you something. That's why I love spirit. Let me tell you something. If you change your thoughts, it change your world. If you change your thoughts, it change your world. You want to change it. You want to change your whole world around. If you know that you always struggle with self, because that's what we do. We be struggling with self. When we think about it, who do we struggle with? And we think we be struggling. If you say for instance you married, if you married, you say, "Oh, I'm always struggling with her," but it comes from you. We are the person that creates the environment. It takes two people to argue. It takes two people to have sex. It takes two people to do this. It takes two people to do that when you're in a relationship, right? But you got to understand that's the thing that we always use. That okay, well, it takes two. It takes two. But if you can create your thoughts, it'll change your whole world. So therefore, that's why that chord I have up in there. Be quick to listen, slow to speak. So if you having a altercation with your partner, right? Just because they arguing and yelling, what you gonna do? Do the same thing. You're gonna do the same thing because you're gonna be like, I ain't gonna let now yell at me. I ain't gonna let now be word do this. I ain't gonna let now be word. But if you change the way that you thinking, your thoughts, it'll change your world. Because you know what? You can come to that person and say, you know what? Let me tell you something. Let's just sit down. I don't because I'm not understanding why we having this argument. I'm not understanding why we're having this argument, but let's sit down like two adults and have good communication skills with one another. So you have to create something. If you know that this person is doing is always they always want to argue, they always want to fight fuss, they always want to do this. But it takes you as an individual to say, you know what? Let me approach this situation different. Let me approach this situation different. When you start approaching that situation different, do you know what's going to happen? You're gonna create a safe environment. You're gonna create a safe environment because we all have went there before. I'm not gonna let this keep on yelling at me, about to piss me off. We all have got there before, right? But it takes you as an individual to say, you know what? Let me create a safe environment. And when I say safe environment, because when two people start yelling at each other, then it started being an altercation of want to physically touch one another. You don't want to physically touch anybody. You're not their mom. You're not their dad. So you want to create a safe environment for the both of you, because you don't want to see. Then when one of them go to jail, you be like, man, I shouldn't even did that to my baby. Oh, I shouldn't did that. Oh, I shouldn't did. But your actions didn't line up for what your actions didn't line up for it, because you didn't want to change who you are as an individual and create a safe environment. So it's up to you. It's not up to that other individual, because when you start changing the relationship around, and you start saying, baby, well, you know what, let's sit down and let's talk about it. I know you're a little upset, I know you're a little angry, but let's find a way that we both can communicate and listen to one another, and then one speak at a time. Let me listen to you, baby. Let me listen to you, and then when I listen to you, then I'm able to speak. I'm able to answer those questions that you have for me. You have to be the co-creator. Ooh, Spirit, what other message you have for me? Let your faith be bigger than your fears, because when you say just say for instance, okay, say for instance, you're a guy, right? I just believe you're a guy. I do believe you're a guy. Okay, so if you're a guy, right? If you're a guy, and let your faith be bigger than your fears. So when you see your wife, girlfriend arguing, and she just really going, she won't shut up, and you just so mad, but you fear that if you say something, it's gonna be a big mess. The chaos gonna get even worse, because as soon as you say something, then she gonna want to hit you with a pot. Okay, she want to hit you with a pot, but your fear is, if I say something, but you have to say something in a calm voice. That's why you got to change your mindset. You want to say something like, baby, I understand you upset. I understand you upset. Let's find a way that we can both communicate to one another in a safe environment. You understand? Y'all learn one day. Laugh. Remember to laugh. It heals your soul. Your mindset is a muscle. Mm. The more you work on it, the stronger it get. Not Frank. Not Frank. The muscle that's in your brain. This brain right here. So your mindset is a muscle. It's a muscle. So the more you work on it, the more you work on changing yourself, the stronger you start thinking positive things into your life. Because you want to set a safe environment. You are the light in the darkness. So therefore, when your partner is yelling at you, woo, they mad. They want to beat show. You know what? They want to do that to you, right? When they want to do that to you, they in a dark. They're in a dark spot because they doing all this dark stuff. You don't want to listen, girl. You don't want to do that either. You don't want to girl, hush. Let me tell you what you're supposed to be. You don't want to do that either. So you have to be the light in her darkest time. You have to be the light in her darkest time, because she's yelling. You never know what when she's yelling. You never know what can kick off. So if you don't know what's going to kick off, you have to be the light to shine bright and say, baby, Baby, calm down a little bit. Just calm down. But it's your tone also. It's your tone of voice. You have to work on that. That's why I want you to change your mindset today. Change your mindset. Because if you don't change your mindset, then you're gonna always have altercations in your relationships. You're gonna always be the person that create a bigger mess. You're gonna be the one that create the bigger mess. So you have to understand that, okay, well, you know what? I need to change something about myself. That's why a lot of people break up. That's why it's a lot of things going on in marriages right now. And in a marriage, and if you've been together for so long, people still have a tendencies of just thinking that, you know what they think? Oh, let me just see if I still got it. Let me see if I still got it. If I still got it. Or even if you feel like your partner probably not even doing nothing, but you feel like that. It's something in your spirit that's saying, oh, they doing something. You know why? Because you're not even healed. You're not healed enough because somebody done you wrong in your life. Somebody done you wrong in your life, but you got to heal yourself first to start having trust in that person. Because people go into relationships without trust. People go into a relationship without trust. And they have issues. They have abandonment issues. They have all kinds of issues about what somebody have done to them. So you're not healed. You just want a relationship. Heal yourself first. Change your whole mindset on everything. Once you start working on your mindset, it'll change your whole entire life. Okay? So if did nobody tell you today that they love you, just know that God loves you and so do I.